The Cheers to That podcast, proudly brought to you by DrinkLab.org.
All right, so get this. Today, we're diving deep into, wait for it, the green tea shot.
You heard right. This isn't your typical deep dive topic, right?
But hey, that's what we're here for.
Exactly. We love a good curveball.
Yeah.
And let's clear the air right off the bat. We're not seeping any actual pee here.
Nope, no tea leaves in sight. We're all about the drink, the legend, that bright green shot that seems to appear at every party.
And so many of you wanted the inside scoop on this one, so no tea. Got it. But then, where do we even begin with the drink that practically screams mystery?
Well, let's start with the basics. What exactly goes into this mysterious concoction? Looking through all our sources, a few key ingredients consistently pop up.
Hit us with it.
We're talking Jameson Irish whiskey, a good pour of peach schnapps, can't forget that sweet and sour mix, and to top it off, a splash of lemon lime soda. Jameson. Okay, now we're talking. Starting to see why this shot has earned its place in the Party Hall of Fame.
It definitely adds a touch of class. But here's the thing. And a lot of sources pointed this out. Even though Jameson is the usual suspect, you can mix it up.
Oh, really? I'm all about options.
Right. Fancy a different whiskey? Go for it. Feeling adventurous? You can even swap in vodka.
Whoa, vodka. Now that's a twist. Though I guess that would technically make it a white tea shot.
Exactly. And speaking of names, it begs the million-dollar question. If there's no green tea involved, why call it a green tea shot?
Right. Why even play with our emotions like that?
Well, turns out the answer lies not in the ingredients, but in its looks.
Intriguing.
It's that vibrant green color, usually thanks to the sour mix that earned it the name.
Never would have guessed. But honestly, why even name it after its color? What's the thought process there?
That's where things get interesting.
Yeah.
Is it just a fun quirk or a stroke of marketing genius?
Right.
It definitely makes you stop and think, maybe even tempts you to try it just to see what it's all about.
Yeah.
It really shows how a simple name can have a powerful effect.
It's like that friend, shows up wearing the most outrageous outfit, but then they just completely disarm you with their incredibly dry sense of humor. You just don't expect it. There's just something kind of brilliant about that.
Absolutely. It's unexpected. And much like that friend, the green tea shot, well, it's got its own hidden depths. I mean, at first glance, it seems pretty straightforward, but that simplicity, that's actually where its real strength lies.
Because it makes it so adaptable, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you can go from a quick party shot to a full-blown cocktail situation. That's what I think is so cool. It can roll with whatever vibe you're going for.
Precisely. Just double the recipe, pour it over ice, boom, you've gone from shot to sip. And it works both ways. That's what makes it such a good choice for, well, pretty much any occasion. And speaking of occasions, it makes you wonder, where did this chameleon of a cocktail even come from? What's the origin story of the green tea shot? Anyone we can thank?
It's true. We've got this drink shrouded in mystery, enjoyed by everyone from college students to, serious cocktail connoisseurs. There's got to be a story there. Did Jameson invent it as a way to stay relevant? Hey, we're cool, we have a shot. Or was it, as some sources suggest, a stroke of genius by some inventive college students in a dorm room somewhere, passing the time?
It really is a bit of a cocktail conundrum.
Right.
Some stories point to, the early 2000s, that era of crazy mixology. Everyone was experimenting with flavors back then.
Oh, totally.
While other stories claim it actually goes back even further. Maybe it was a thing at college parties, long before, the internet was around to document every single ingredient.
A drink with a secret past, maybe passed down through generations of partygoers. Okay, I'm into it, but let's be real. Sometimes it's not even about the history. It's not even about the ingredients. Sometimes it's all about the execution. So spill the tea. Did our research uncover any pro tips, any secrets to making a truly mind-blowing green tea shot? Something that, elevates it beyond the basic recipe.
There was one thing that several sources kept mentioning. I got to admit, it piqued my interest too. They emphasized the importance of using homemade sour mix.
Okay, yeah, now we're talking. Everyone knows homemade just hits different. But what is it about homemade sour mix that elevates this particular drink?
It seems to come down to freshness, and balance. When you're using those pre-made mixes, you often end up with this overly sweet flavor that just kind of overpowers everything else.
And we want to taste that, Jameson, right?
Exactly.
Let those flavors sing. It really is comparing, a factory-made whatever to something handcrafted. Think small batch spirits, fresh ingredients. You can just taste the difference.
You nailed it. And that's what's so cool about the green tea shot, right? It reminds us that even in simplicity, there's room for, artistry. Taking the time to make that homemade sour mix, it can really make a good drink, a great drink, you know?
Totally elevates it. It's like we've uncovered this secret society. The green tea shot enthusiasts, the ones in the know who get the importance of those little details.
I love that. A secret society. And you'd never guess it, right? You think green tea shot, you think, I don't know, just a fun party drink. But there's actually so much more to discover there. It just goes to show even the things we think we know can surprise us when we take a closer look.
For sure. This whole deep dive has been a total eye-opener. I came in thinking green tea shot, okay, what's there to say? But now I'm like, woo, gotta try that homemade sour mix thing immediately.
You gotta. The research has spoken. So after all that, what's sticking with you the most from our green tea shot adventure?
Honestly, the homemade sour mix game changer. I'm already planning my next trip to the store. Gotta get those fresh lemons and limes. Might even get wild and experiment with different sugars. Who knows?
I love it. It's a whole world of mixology just waiting to be explored.
Seriously. And hey, if I ever manage to perfect my own signature green tea shot, we're going to need a follow-up, right? Deep dive round 2, comparing homemade sour mix secrets.
Now that is a deep dive I would line up for. But until then, keep up the good work, keep exploring, keep experimenting. And remember, this is just the beginning. There's a whole universe of cocktails out there just begging for a deep dive. Cheers to that.
Want to whip up these delicious cocktails? Check the description or head to drinklab.org for all the recipes. Cheers!